Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Let me know if that's a good audio level. Oh my goodness. Oop. Oh my goodness. Trying to scooch some stuff. We are on the new PC, so some things might be a little wonky, a little weird. Because I'm still getting stuff figured out. I know. Let's see. Yeah, hello. I was desperate to put my hair up, and I couldn't find a hair tie anywhere. And then I was like, I've got craft supplies. Surely I can find some elastic. And I did. So, I'm very proud of myself. Yeah, we got the new PC here. It's beautiful, and it's massive, and it's completely silent, which is very weird for me. So, yeah. I realized when I started upstream today that some of our plugins... all of our plugins don't exist on this computer, so I'm gonna have to go and find those again. So there isn't any closed captioning or anything right now, which is annoying, but I will find that stuff. I'll fix it. Does it have colored LEDs? It does. It is very RGB in here. The VOD from last night had music. Did you forget to split the tracks? I mean, I didn't forget to split the tracks. I was delighted to not have split tracks for a hot minute, but I did forget that I can't just play whatever music I want. Yes, if that's what you're asking. But I don't think I played anything that would get muted. Did I? Maybe I did. I did transfer my Final Fantasy settings. In fact, now you can just upload your character data. So I just had to open the game and click on my character and say, upload data. And it was like, nice, you did it. So yeah, we're all good. We're sorted, set. I mean, all that's on this computer right now is Discord, Steam, OBS, Spotify, and that's it. So and hopefully 14 backed up settings. It's uploaded. That's not on the computer. It's uploaded, dude. When I play Final Fantasy 14, I'll download them. Can I get the name of the song? Aria Math by Curly and Game Chops. Is that my kid? Oh my God. I'll be right back. One sec. It wasn't, thank God. I was terrified because it rained last night. So the steps leading up to here are really slippery. And I was like, please tell me my kid didn't come all the way up these super slippery steps to knock on my door. Because that means I'm going to have to carry her all the way back down. Love the old screens. They're the easiest ones to use when I'm on a new computer because I literally have a folder that says old comp and it's got this and this and this. I don't know why it keeps showing you flashes of me, but let's see. We've got a Rusty Lake print that the devs sent me that's signed by them. We've got Rock Lee print. We've got some mushrooms and pumpkins and shit. We've got some fake books for me to hide things in. We've got an old Lord of the Rings fan print. We've got a thing that my friend Jeannie sent me of a character named Kolankar. This was what the Blasphemous 2 team sent all their stuff in. It's a very cool box. I'm going to figure out something to do with that. And then a fox that a friend of the family painted me on my wedding day. That's it. That's everything. Oh, and there's a Smisky stuck in the... There's a Smisky in there. No book. I'm working on stuff, okay? I'm working on it. I can't get the bookshelf up here on my own, okay? Not fast enough. Obviously not. We're on a new PC. Be excited. What the heck is a Smisky? I'll show you. Ugh. Hold on. Let me adjust. Who's this little guy? So, he's just hanging out in here. Because I had said one of the things that I liked about this stuff is that I could potentially hide things in it. So I was like, I'm going to grab a Smisky and see if it works. And it does. Is that the guy that you bought like 20 of? Yes. Way more than 20. Yeah, I bought a shit ton of them. Some of them have gone completely missing. My kid loves them, so she'll just pick them up and carry them around the house. There's one that she keeps in her pocket when she goes to school for good luck. I'll never take that one from her. It literally just sits zipped up. There's like a little zipper pouch in her jacket for school that she just keeps him in. Keep him forever. That's amazing. That's so funny. So he's gone. There's, I think, 4 in our downstairs bathroom. There's this one. And I honestly don't know where a lot of the other ones are. They pop up in boxes randomly. She's her little lucky guy. Yeah. It's just a little lucky guy in her pocket. It's really cute. They protect the house. Yeah. I was looking, there's things that are kind of like Smisky-ish that you can get a fuckload of. If I really wanted to go hard on it. I really love the Smiskies though, so I don't know. It's one of those like, do I want to get the bootleg Smiskies, like 100 of the bootleg Smiskies for $20, or do I want to just keep slowly getting more and more Smiskies? Super excited for the Jesse and Dodger and Friends podcast. Me too. Me too. We were really shocked at how many people showed up just like for us chilling. I think it was because I didn't realize Jesse was going to put out a video that exact same day being like, hey, I'm changing up the sort of content I do again. I didn't know he was going to do that. I think because of that, when I streamed and everybody got a push notification like Jesse Cox is being featured on Dodger's stream right now. Like as a guest, I think a bunch of people went, oh, he said they were doing a thing. Are they doing the thing right now? You know? Yeah, we had a ton of people watching, which was super cool. I'm glad that we tested it out. It's nice knowing that that like that like a notification goes out to everybody like so and so is being featured on so and so's stream. I think that's really helpful for like engagement reasons, you know. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it went very off the rails, but it was literally just supposed to be like a tech stream where we just tried out the stream together system and saw if it was something that we wanted to use. I think we are going to try to use it, and if it sucks, then it's whatever. We won't use it anymore. Oh. Ouch, dude. Sorry. All my nails are still like trying to peel off and it hurts. Let go, please. Thank you. If you like to waltz with potatoes up and down the produce aisle. There was some tech and also kale. Yes. Yeah, I don't even remember how we got there, but we did start talking about what religion each type of vegetable might be. You were talking about kids shows. Is that how we got there? Was it literally because of VeggieTales? It went from Bluey to VeggieTales and then to Veggie Religions. Okay, cool. Good. I will tell you, here's a highlight, okay? There was a point where we found out that Jesse knows literally nothing about Bluey. Has no idea, nothing about Bluey. And so he made a pitch for what he thinks all of the characters in Bluey are like, the family, what the family in Bluey is like. And if you watch Bluey, it's fucking hilarious because he's so confident. It's not a first episode of anything. It's literally just us hanging out doing like a tech thing. It's not an episode of anything. It's like the pilot episode. I guess so. Was he right? No. No. I'll spoil that for you. Not an episode with special guest Joe Fudge. I had a message from Benji later like, hey, did you need something? And I was like, no. I'm so sorry to have bothered you. No, we didn't need anything. Yeah, I think it'll be really fun. It sounds like what we're gonna wind up doing is I'll be like the primary streamer. I'll you know, stream the like collected version of the thing. Anybody that's on it, including Jesse, will also be, if they want, streaming on their side of just themselves. So, and then I'm recording on my end at the same time. I give the VOD to Jesse, and then Jesse has VOD exclusivity for YouTube. So the like whole ass thing is streamed here, and then the YouTube version is going to be Jesse's. But yeah, we're really excited. Jesse's going real ham on it. We've got an intro being made, the whole thing, so. But we've talked about doing a thing together for so long that I think it'll be great, yeah. I need to take a break and slow down. Also, Jesse goes ham on a new project. I think it's that he really wants, there are like things that he's really wanted to do, and he wants to give himself breathing room to do those things instead, you know? And so the second that he made that sort of choice before he announced it and everything, he immediately messaged me and was like, hey, I'm going to have a lot of time to do stuff that I really want to do, and I really want to do a show with you. Do you want to do a show? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. So that's it. So it's happening. Up and down the produce aisle. Have we got a show for you? VeggieTales! Somebody's definitely done a metal version of that song, right? There's no way that that doesn't exist somewhere, right? There's probably a few. True, there is probably a few. If not, I'll make one. Sorry.
I hurt myself a little bit.
On accident. By accidente. I hurt myself a little bit. It's okay though. Oh! It's not in the title, but Sunforged later. Dink. There.
D&D later tonight, baby.
Yeah. Sunforged is very fun.
I'm excited to play tonight.
I've been able to do some really fun stuff with my character. So. Your character is very fun. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think it depends. It's hard to talk about it without like spoiling stuff. If you ever want to watch Sunforged, I don't want to talk about it in too much detail. But yeah. Don't spoil stuff. Shh, 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 shh. Shh, 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 shh. You never got around to playing Baldur's Gate 3? No. You know what we're doing today, though? Which has been so fun. Oh my goodness. Sam and I, when Clark showed an interest in playing Animal Crossing, Sam had said to Clark, if you can get the hang of moving around and interacting with stuff in Animal Crossing, it's going to give you a really good base of understanding for playing pretty much any game that comes after that, right? Like they might be harder, you might need to press buttons faster or whatever, but like the controls for this game are going to be the very chill version of the controls for most games, right? So today, she was playing a little to the left, which she loves, and she's like actually very good at. I thought she was going to get so frustrated with it, but she loves it. And then she was like, I think I'm good for now. And so I decided, you know what? I really want to give Breath of the Wild another shot. I want to play a Zelda game really bad, and we have Breath of the Wild, and I'm going to give it another shot. So I opened it up and I started playing it, and Clark was like, can I try playing it? And I was like, yeah, it's an open world such and such. Sure, go for it. It's so fun. It is so fun watching a little kid, especially if you grew up with Zelda games. It's so fun watching a little kid play Zelda for the first time. She's having so much fun. And it's true that a lot of what she learned how to do in Animal Crossing helps her figure out what to do in Zelda. It's really neat. It's true, Animal Crossing is RPG training. Yeah. It's very fun. So Sam's in there right now, helping her play Zelda. I was helping her play Zelda for like an hour. Anytime she would run into bad guys, she would throw the controller at me and be like, get rid of them! Someone's shooting at me! I was like, this is good. This is a good combo here. You explore, you go wherever you want, and if we run into baddies, I'll try to kill them. And if I can't kill them, then we're in the wrong place and we'll turn around and go somewhere else. Have you introduced Clark to coffee? Like given her a cup of coffee and said, you should try this? No. But she does live in my house and has watched me drink coffee her entire life. So she has drank coffee before, yes. It doesn't take very long for kids to be like, what are you drinking? And just take a sip of it. She doesn't, it's the way that I drink coffee is too bitter for her. So it's not like she was like, it's a sweet, yummy drink. I remember sipping my dad's beer and being like, no thanks. Same. Yeah. Same. Yeah, there's shows like Cheese Sweet Home, anime. Somebody asked, like, maybe not coffee, but what about anime? There are shows like Cheese Sweet Home and stuff like that that would be perfectly age appropriate for her. But no, we haven't watched anything like that yet. Oh my God, Sam and I are trying to catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen. He's been spoiled on some stuff because of Twitter. And I was like, get fucked. I'm not on Twitter anymore. So I'm not getting spoiled on anything. And then I realized this is so dangerous because sometimes Sam like word vomits. Sometimes it's really hard for him to like contain it, you know? So now I'm like, I really hope that he doesn't accidentally tell me a spoiler. I once tried a pipe out of everything and ew, it was disgusting even for young me. My dad used to smoke a pipe when I was a kid. Up until I was about 7, I want to say, 6 or 7 years old, my dad smoked a pipe. I, to this day, love the smell of pipes. It's very nostalgic for me. But... Twitter spoiled the One Piece manga like hours after it came out. I hate that place. I finally got an email from Twitter being like, do you need help with this? And I was like, yeah. Is that not obvious from the 18 support tickets I've sent you guys? So I filled out a thing on Thursday, I think, and I haven't heard back yet. They were like, it might take us 2 to 3 days to get back to you. And I was like, really? Because it's taken you 5 to 6 months to get back to me on just the beginning stage. So I would really love if we could expedite this. Does Dukes ever look at Spoiler Void on Discord? No, never. I hide it, so I forget that it even exists. That's what's nice. You can hide channels if you want. So it's hidden from me. I do not see it. What's a flesh tuber? It's a VTuber, but made of meat. Flesh, if you will. That's so true, though. That is the fact. Vet said, I love Jesse's Critical Role tweet where he said, I don't watch Critical Role, but I know when something important has happened because my feed is filled with horny art. Yes. That's so true. I vividly remember that happening, yeah. It's that way with a lot of stuff. If I know that a bunch of my artist friends are into a thing and suddenly they're all drawing the same character over and over again, I'm like, what happened? What happened? Dodger having not been on Twitter and seen the floods of Asterian art. You forget how many artists I know. I didn't need to be on Twitter to see it. Yeah, I'm also in a mod Discord that has a thirst channel specifically for BG3. And because I don't play the game, I honestly don't mind like spoiling myself on little things because the game is massive and the likelihood that it's gonna affect me or that I'll even remember is like pretty low. So occasionally one of my friends in, you know, a Discord somewhere will be like, I just really need to rant about my love life in Baldur's Gate 3, and they'll spoil the whole thing and I always click it. I always click it because it's like I've been trying to get a poly relationship with this character and this character, and it was supposed to proc because of this thing, but nothing's happening and I'm really upset about it. It to make me laugh. Yeah, there are, you know, it's weird because you never know. I think there are some things that I've avoided for a long time, that I've avoided watching or engaging with as a media. And I know that potentially, if I saw just the right clip, or if I was told just the right thing about that game, show, movie, whatever, it would make me go, all right, fine, I'll watch it, right? Fine, I'll play it. Geese screaming outside. I occasionally am shown Hannibal videos on TikTok. And typically it involves some kind of a spoiler about the show. But then in the comment section, there will be people like, I had no desire to watch Hannibal until I saw this video. So it is a common experience, right? To see just the right bit of information about a thing and go, actually, maybe that is for me. That's me with Locked Tomb. I've been militant about spoilers and still haven't found the impetus to read it yet. Nona the Ninth showed up. The third book showed up at my house. It's finally in paperback. It appeared in my mailbox. I took it all the way with me to Oregon, thinking to myself, if I bring a book with me on a trip, I always read it. I haven't even tried because I had such a hard time with Harrow. And a lot of people have said that Nona is easier to read than Harrow. But I'm just worried I'm going to start reading it and be like, I don't even know what the fuck this is talking about anymore. Because because so much of Harrow just went like this, you know? Harrow claims yet another victim. Nona is wild. It is not easier than Harrow. That's fine. That's fine. I'll still attempt it. I need to reread Harrow again. That's the problem. I don't want to reread it. I started that book so many fucking times, and when I finally finished it, and was like, I think I kind of understand what happened in this book, maybe. I went online. I went on the internet and said, what the fuck was Harrow about? And I'm not going to spoil you on anything, obviously, aside from the fact that Harrow is a confusing book. That becomes obvious the second you start reading it. So I feel like I'm not spoiling anything too much. But I went online to be like, what was Harrow about? And I was right about like maybe 50% of it. And there was a lot of it that I just did not. And everyone's like, but don't worry. It took me my third read to really pick up on this information. And I'm like, I am not reading this book 3 times. I'm not reading this book 3 times. I will not do it. I won't do it. So I guess my plan is to read a summary of Harrow. Read a summary of Harrow and then read Nona. That's the only way I think that I'll do it. Is it gets better after 50 hours, but for books? Kind of. I guess this won't really be a spoiler, but I'll still put up a spoiler finger if you don't want to know anything about how Harrow the Ninth, the book. So when my finger is up, mute. And when my finger comes down, unmute. Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. I started complaining about the book, and somebody was like, hey, at a certain point, it really was One Piece, okay? So it was like, yes, you're going to be confused as shit, and then you're going to get this many pages into the book, and it's suddenly going to make a lot of sense, and it's going to be way better. And I was like, okay. So I got to that point in the book, and I was like, it's not better. And then I got to a point in the book where I was like, here we fucking go. This is what I wanted. And then it backslid again for me. And was just confusing for the rest of the book. So I had like 5 minutes of peace. I think Gideon is a fantastic book. Even if you only read Gideon, I think Gideon is awesome. I adored that book. The vibes are immaculate. It's such a good book. It's such a good central character. Fantastic. Really, really good. The names in the Locked Tomb series are kind of hard to follow. They weren't, like, after a while, I remembered who everybody was. It's just like any other fantasy book where everybody's got names like Garga Barbie Darbs, you know? And you go, who's Garga Barbie Darbs again? Right, the King of the Elves, you know? It's that, but with space necromancy, right? So it's, Gideon, I think, is awesome. And I like the world and the characters enough that I'm pushing through. I'm gonna try to read Nona, but I did not enjoy Harrow. There were moments of fantasticness in Harrow, and the rest of it was a nightmare for me. So there you go. That's my review. That's my review. Read Gideon, and then if you liked Gideon, you could stop if you wanna, honestly. House of Leafs? No, never. I don't think I'll touch these books. That's so fair. That's very fair. My sister, I've talked a bit about my sister's reading habits. She's the sort of person that can read like a couple books in a day if she's just like chilling and not doing anything. And she's at the point where I'm at with certain types of fanfic where she'll read a book and halfway through be like, I can't tell if I've read this already. It's just so buck wild to me. She just reads so many books that sometimes she rereads a book by accident, you know? And we were talking about different books that she's read recently that she really loves. And she was like, oh, yeah, I've got some books that I would absolutely recommend to you. If you would like to know, the most recent Kristen Wreck, that's my sister. It was The Gathering books. The Gathering, The 100, book 1. She said that this series of books, like The World and everything, is fantastic. Anyways, so we were talking about books that she loves. And she was like, yeah, I'm reading a book right now, and I've hit the wall where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I read this before. And if I didn't read it before, then I'm just in a loop where I'm reading a lot of books that are way too similar. I don't mind books that are super weird. Library at Mount Char. Library at Mount Char is one of those books where you are not totally sure what's going on until like the end. And I loved that book. I think you can make books that are purposefully confusing, but still done in a way where you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I have to know what's going on, right? It gives you enough to hold on to that it pulls you through, right? There's a really weird bird one you recommended a while ago. Oh yeah. Yeah, the one where the main character is a bird in a zombie apocalypse. What was that book called? Yes, I did read it. Hold on. No, not those. All. Here we go. Where is it? I'm so confused. It's not in my list here. Yes, I know the book you're talking about. Yeah, the whole story is that you're this is gonna drive me crazy. Crow in Apocalypse comedy novel. Hollow Kingdom. We did it. I need to commit and finally read ACOTAR. I'll never read it. I've watched way too many videos of people like picking those books apart to pieces. And they're so funny for me because I have no investment whatsoever in those books. So now I can't read them because I know literally everything about them. I'm trying to remember what the bird's actual name is. Hold on. Hollow Kingdom bird. Short for something unprintable. Just write it for me. Shit turd. That's his name. Oh my God. In the book, he's called ST, but his full name is Shit Turd. Wait, actually, yeah, in Hollow Kingdom, yeah. It's a comedy book. In the book, it's a crow named Shit Turd that was domesticated by a guy named Big Jim or something, who's just like a redneck dude in the middle of nowhere. And so the crow refers to things the way that Big Jim referred to things. And you are seeing a zombie apocalypse happen through the perception and understanding of animals. Like all of the animals can talk to each other. The animals that aren't like affected by this apocalypse, right? Aside from the fact that all of their humans are acting super weird. They'll be like, what is going on with these people, you know? It's pretty great. I've watched multiple here's the entire plot of Akatar so you don't have to read it videos. Yeah. I love book talk. And so if there's a book that people are like really committed to making content about or discussing, I'll find out way too much about it. So that's where I'm at. There is a sequel to Hollow Kingdom, I think. I haven't read it though. Hollow Kingdom sequel. Feral Creatures is the name of the sequel. When the world last checked in with its favorite Cheeto addict, the planet had been overrun by flesh-hungry beasts. Nature has started reclaiming her territory from humankind, and ST, shit turd, the intrepid crow, alongside his bloodhound bestie Dennis, sets about saving pets that have become trapped in their homes after humanity goes the way of the dodo. That's what the first book's about. FYI, I think I'm gonna only be able to stay for another half an hour, so I'll have to leave a little early today. We're planning a trip with David and Aaron and their kids, because we haven't seen them in like 5 years, something like that. So. Are those books popular? Are they horny or something? Akatar? Extremely. Extremely, yeah. You nailed it. Yeah, we're trying to do a thing around New Year's because that's the only time that our kids' breaks line up. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, get rid of these. And get rid of that. You want to know something funny? So we did a sponsored stream last night for My Hero Ultra Rumble, which is a like free-to-play battle royale where everybody's a My Hero Academia character. It was really fun, actually. I had a lot of fun with it. Sam and I were asked to stream it together, so we did, but we both got completely different briefs. A brief is like a write-up of like what they expect from you to talk about, the highlights that they want you to say, like what about the game do they want to make sure that you talk about or showcase while you're streaming. And mine had a whole thing that was like, said about trying to do these challenges. And I was like, okay. Sam's didn't say anything about that. He was like, I don't have to do any challenges. It's like, what? Why do we have different? We looked at them later. They were completely different. So weird. That has never happened before. So because of the deal yesterday, we're now like discussing how in the future we're going to make sure that everybody's on the same page, because we're represented by different people. So so it's really easy for like information to get sort of like fucky, you know? But anyway, we did have fun though. If you want to watch that, that's from yesterday. That was a little extra stream that we did. It was fun, yeah. I know. That's what I was saying is like we're being asked more and more often to do things together. So we need to make sure that this sort of like, what are we doing sort of situation doesn't happen in the future, because that makes it difficult, right? If one of us is like, oh, this is a thing we're supposed to do on this stream, and the other person's like, no, it's not. Then. But yeah, we love getting to, do sponsored stuff and whatever together, so. Yeah, I kept playing as Dobby, and I got his special skin that's like just him in a hoodie. And everyone was like, the skin sucks, you look like a narc. What? I can't believe this. No, they specifically asked for us to do it together, Alex. That's why they were like, hey, because they came to me and they were like, hey, there's this deal coming through. They're asking Sam's reps as well. If Sam is interested, we'd love for you guys to sync up on a day when it would work for you, etc. They literally pitched it as like this will be a 3-person thing. We want you, Sam, and one other person. You guys can choose, pick a day, and then we each got a brief, and we didn't think to check to see if our briefs were different, because that's never happened. It was very weird, yeah. So, we'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Did they give you different briefs to try and show off more of the game? No. They were written up totally differently with different things. Like, that's why I was saying mine had a whole section that was like, do these challenges. Talk about these challenges with your chat and with your teammates. That should have been on Sam's brief if that was the thing that they wanted us to do. Because I said, oh, apparently we're supposed to be doing challenges. And Sam was like, no, we're not. No, that stuff should be on both. If you have streamers that you're asking to do a thing together and you want them on the same page, they better have the same information, because otherwise they get really confused, like we did. Anyways. It's fine. We made it work. We had fun, so it's whatever. How strict are brands about doing what's in the brief? I mean, they're paying you a good amount of money to play a game, right? And if you say, yeah, I'd love to play the game, you'll typically get a thing that's like, okay, these are the sort of things that either we want you to show or we want you to talk about. And typically it just kind of naturally happens, right? It'll be like, show off the customization. Most players naturally wind up, checking out a customization option that's in a game. Show off that you can do multiplayer, right? Typically it's pretty obvious when you open up a game that multiplayer is an option. So a lot of that stuff just sort of naturally happens, but it's like, these are the things, it's basically a company saying, these are the things that we think are important for players to know, to garner interest in the game, right? These are the things that we want players to realize are in the game to help them be like, oh, this is the sort of game I'd enjoy, right? If you don't do something that's in the brief, it's typically not a huge deal. Depending on how big of a thing it is, you might have to do like sort of a make good, right? You might like come together and be like, okay, how do we make up for the fact that this was missed in the brief if it's a big enough deal, For example, actually, I have to do a make good tonight. I just realized that. That's so funny. When we did For the King, because I still don't have access to my Twitter, they were like, we would love for you to put out an Instagram story saying, hey, I'm streaming with these other people. We're playing For the King. Or I'm streaming with Sam. We're playing For the King. Come watch. Here's a link to the stream, right? And I was like, sure. So I made that and went to upload it. And when I went to check it later, it never uploaded. And I had messages from the company rep being like, hey, I was checking and I didn't see the story go up. And I was like, yeah, it didn't go up. I'm really sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. And I sent a screenshot of my phone being like, try again later, I was like, I don't know what happened. I'm really sorry about that. And they were like, that's fine. In the next couple of days, can you please do an Instagram story that's just like a clip from the stream that says like, hey, I played For the King 2 with Sam. It was really fun. Check out the game, sort of a thing. And I was like, sure, right? That's an easy make good. So it's just a lot of the time, it's not like you didn't do everything perfectly. We're never working with you again. It's let's talk about what got missed, if anything got missed that like matters that much, Instagram is a bit of a mess of an app. Yeah. Yeah. I keep meaning to put, I say this sort of stuff all the time. I keep meaning to make a YouTube video. I keep meaning to make an Instagram post, blah, blah, blah. I keep meaning to, on Instagram, make a post basically being like, hey, I don't really post on here anymore because I've become more private about like my life in general, but I would like to continue using this for work. You can expect me to use this for work going forward. If you're not interested in that, that's fine, sort of a thing. Yeah, because in the past, when I've like taken a big break and then uploaded something that had to do with like a stream or a game or like a sponsored post, everybody's like, so glad Dodger came back to do a sponsored post on Instagram. Really excited. I'm like, sorry, guys. I get it. I'm really sorry. Yeah, you know, Instagram, I've had an Instagram for a really long time, and for a long time it was personal pictures, you know? And if I'm only using it now for like, here's a clip from a stream I did. Hey, check out my coffee company, right? Just work stuff. It definitely inspires some of the feelings of like, you've changed. Like, I have changed. You're right. I have changed. I don't feel as comfortable posting pictures of my just like day-to-day life anymore. That's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, I have changed. And I need a boiler. Do it for her, dude. Daily boiler pics. That would be good. The plumber that was here yesterday, I accosted him. I don't think I told you guys about that. There was a plumber here yesterday helping Nancy. And I was like, what do you know about boilers? And he was like, I know a lot about boilers. I was like, when you're done helping my sister-in-law, can you break into my house? We won't be there. Can you please break into my house and just peep at my boiler and tell me if it's dead forever? And he was like, sure. And when we got home, my father-in-law was like, so you should have heating. I was like, ah! That's fantastic. I'm so excited. And we do have heating. I'm waiting for it to break again, but it is currently working. We're being really gentle with it. It's all legit. Don't worry. Break into this house at this address. Yeah. Do you have a fireplace? We do. We've basically had a fire going constantly while the boiler hasn't worked. So we've gotten really good at lighting fires. So currently we just have the boiler on, you know, low. Basically, like not all of the radiators are set pretty low just to get some heat in the house, and then we're setting fires. I refuse to say that in a way that isn't threatening sounding. No. I'm really good at setting fires now, guys. Yeah, we found someone nearby that just drops off. It took me forever to stack it, but they just drop off a huge mountain of wood, and then they threw in a box of fire starters for us, and then Sam bought a couple bags of kindling as well. Sam uses so much kindling when he lights a fire. I keep being like, Sam, not that much kindling, dude. We're gonna run out so fast. And he was like, but my fires are dope. They're so good. I was like, yeah, because the kindling catches fire really. That's what they're for. He's having fun. He is having fun, yeah. They'd be just as dope with less. He just needs to wait longer. That's the problem. If the fire doesn't catch like immediately, his brain's like, something's wrong. Throw more kindling on there, dude. And he's like, Roger. I know there's a boiler grant. We've applied for it. So. Yeah, basically to upgrade to a more eco-friendly boiler if your boiler is super old. We have applied, so. The fire looks smaller to him. His eyes are further from the ground. That's such a funny comment. Yeah. I've seen some scary old boilers in rural America. Yeah, ours is pretty old, dude. Ours is pretty old. Yeah. Instagram. Are you gonna start trying to sell me boilers? Come on now. I'm looking for a combination boiler, wall mounted, okay? What do you got for me, Instagram? After we got a new boiler, I let myself be too hot for a couple of days. My parents have a boiler. They have central heating, central air, because they also have AC. But there's a big boiler tank in the house. Yeah, their boiler tank is taller than I am. One of my colleagues was quoted 5.5K for a combination boiler last week. My parents spent 10K, I think, when they had to replace their boiler. No thanks, but what are you gonna do? If your boiler literally stops working, what do? You know? Imagining your windows are also probably old and don't hold heat a ton. Yeah, actually, I don't know if Summer is still here, but when we were doing Deadbeats, Summer was like, "Oh, it's nearly time for us to shrink wrap our windows," and I was like, oh my God, that's what we should be doing to our windows because they're so bad. And I went looking up like different window covering options. Because yeah, there's tons of sets that are like either magnetic or Velcro or whatever, you know, where you just put plastic up. It's just like, no. Because it's not like we're going to open those windows. And I know that the reason that Clark's room is freezing is because the windows suck. Luften? I don't know what that is. Replacing them with triple paned is the play. I mean, we would love to replace all of the windows. 100%. I think it would make a huge difference on our heating bill and just like how cold the house is all the time. Yeah, all I know is there are quite a few windows that when I'm next to them, I hear a little whistle and I'm like, too much. Too much air coming in through here. It's too obvious. Yeah. And then it's like, well, if it's a boiler or replacing all of the windows, there's no harm in getting somebody to come by and give you a quote, but like, I I can't imagine how many thousands it'll be to replace all of the windows in our house. Many thousands, I think. No, we're not going to open windows for that. We leave doors open all the time because it's a farmhouse. We don't need windows open for a draft. We just open up all the doors and leave them open and then go, oops. Heating for the pigs. The pigs are fine. They've got their own little house. They've got all sorts of stuff inside of the house for them. They can't regulate as well as we can. So when it was really hot, they refused to go in their house because they would just die in there. So I think I know what this is going to be. Yeah. Thank you, Mario. Oh. Goodness gracious. No, I didn't make that. I didn't make the do it for her. PZN did, I think. It was in our, no, it wasn't in our fan art section. It was in just the stream chat and the Discord. Kaiser Wolf, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. The kitties found the hot spots in the house. Right next to the boiler. When the boiler was busted, it was still hot. That was what was annoying. It's like it's heating up. It's just not doing anything with it. So the cats basically would just sit right next to or on top of where the boiler was. And that's literally the only place they would go. Oh yeah, we need to change that. Hold on. Fasa. Someone said this the other day and I forgot about it. They're not goslings anymore. They're whole ass geese. There we go. I rearranged the entire living room. The living room and the playroom sort of area are all connected. And we had an L-shaped couch, but it kind of drove me crazy. It was not the right size for that room. So I just split up the L shape into two couches. And so the bigger side is in the living room and the smaller side is in the playroom now. And it's tight. It's tight. I love it. The cats have been sitting on the playroom side couch because the sun shines in there. So they sit on that couch all the time. And then we've got way more room in the living room for like Sam's gigantic beanbag and stuff. I mean, yeah, Frank is still missing, but I'm not taking Frank off of the command. No, the thing I changed was that it said 2 goslings, but they're 2 geese now. They're adult geese at this point. So our ferrets are outdoor ferrets. We don't keep them inside. And they aren't salmon mine. They're my sister-in-law's. They're in a huge hutch, like a big, it's basically a chicken coop that got repurposed into a ferret house. And they're very cute. They're real squirrely when they come out to play. It is so anxiety inducing because they just run. And they normally run toward the field. And I'm like, don't! I was like, how do you have ferrets and birds? Yeah, they're outdoor ferrets. They live in a little coop under the stairs. Yes, Frank is microchipped. So if anyone ever finds him, we'll find out about it. But Frank's been missing for a few months, but crazier things have happened. Cats have been missing for months before and come home, so. My son is 18 months and just learning to lie. Please. It is a natural part of development. Lying. It's something that we all have to deal with. I'm sure you're doing great. I hope that you're having fun being a parent. So what happens... What's nice about an animal being microchipped and why you do it is if your animal goes missing and it gets picked up by somebody, they will hopefully take it to a vet or to a shelter. They can scan the microchip. You can also scan microchips, I think, with certain types, like sometimes with phones, I think you can, but they can scan it and they will find all of your information, everything about the animal, any information that they need about that animal to make sure that they take good care of it and that they get it back home. So that's why you microchip them. Except US microchips aren't compatible in the UK. Yes, that's true. And it sucks. How is it enforceable? Like, how do they make you do that? I mean, in the United States, they don't make you do that. You just hopefully at some point will take your animal to a vet and they'll be like, you should really microchip this animal. Yeah, Sherlock and Watson are chipped for the US and the UK. So wherever they go missing, wherever they roam. They're getting older, yeah. I mean, Watson's 9, right? Watson's 9, I think. She was 9 in August, and Sherlock's like 13 or something. Yeah. I know. And around the time that I brought her home was when Sam first visited me. So that's how I use them to remember about each other. So when I was doing the maths on how old Watson is, I was like, oh my gosh, that means Sam and I have almost been dating for 9 years. And I told him that, and he goes, no, that's not right. And I said, it is, though. Yeah, I worry, but it's okay. All right, let's start wrapping up for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sorry, I know it's a little bit short, but I need to have a phone call with Happily Aaron, who I haven't talked to in forever, aside from text messages. I'm very excited. I'm going to read off our activity feed and then send you somewhere else. We've got Sunforge tonight. If you want to watch that, it's DM'd by Joseph Fudge. And it's like if you like Bloodborne fantasy, if you like creepy gothic fantasy stuff, you'll probably like Sunforged. So it's real good. It happens at around 8:30 p.m. GMT on Joe Fudge's channel if you'd like to see that. Kitten redeemed a cheers right at the end here. I have just the teeny tiniest bit of drink left, so let's do it. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me today. Next week should proceed as normal, so I'll be able to see you guys for that. If you were here having a great day, thank you for spreading some of the joy. And if you were here having a terrible day, I hope we got to cheer you up a little bit. So thank you all very much. 3, 2, 1, cheers. Boop. Is Sam alive? I sure hope so, because otherwise my child is literally on her own right now. Thank you, kitten. All right, let's see. 17 hours ago. That is too far. Pebble Gem, thank you for the 3 months. Kitten for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for the support. Sib is Luck for the 14. Rusaguru for the 29. Lurker Jean for the 63. Rusaguru also for the gifted sub. Thank you very much. American Duchess, thank you for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Metanem for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Alex Ratman, thank you for the 81 months, bud. Kaiser Wolf, again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you. Zakuria, thank you for the 39 months. And Puff Maggie for the 38. All right. No one took Raid Leader. I will take Raid Leader. Who am I sending you to? 2 girls, 1 shower. No, that's okay. Let's go to my following list. Manda, I'm going to send you to Manda. Part of the worm crew. Manda, a fellow worm. Go say hi, spread love, spread joy. Manda's an incredible artist, does a bunch of Sam's art, did the Minecraft D&D stuff with us. So go say hi, spread love, spread joy. I'll see you guys for Sunforged, or I'll see you tomorrow for hopefully the end of Lies of P. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to beat that game. I'm on the final fight. If you want to come hang out and root for me, yeah! Okay, see you guys around. Bye-bye.